let's divide this gym up into two. I got one side over here, I got one side over here, and I'm going to see, how are you guys doing? Alright, don't feel like I'm at a Justin Bieber concert yet, but how are you guys doing? Now I think I might be there. Alright, so my name is Josh, and that's my beautiful wife Brittany. We are from Campbell Productions out of Los Angeles, California area. You know, when you think about heroes, real heroes don't really have, like, in real life, they don't have, like, what Iron Man has, like his metal suit. He probably pumps We'll Rock You as he's, like, taking out the bad guys. But the truth is, in real life, we don't have that, do we? No. So, the matter of fact is that, what is a hero? A hero isn't someone who puts on a costume and can fly. That'd be really awesome. But what a hero is, in my eyes, is someone who simply steps up to the plate when it's time. It's somebody who says, hey, how are you doing? Like, you want to come and hang out? Who goes up to somebody that knows when they're down, encourages them, lifts them up. You know, even when I think of like a hero, this is really cool. It's even like far exceeding like what I see as a hero was, we're watching this 20 most insane cop takedowns or robberies, and there was this gas station. And you got the attendant at the gas station, and then you got the guy who's robbing the place, and then right behind him is this guy in this wheelchair. And you know, this guy doesn't have any legs, and guess what? He jumps on the robber, and he's like, bam, I'm not letting this happen. Like, he saw something that he didn't like, and he stood against it, and he said, I'm not having this in my community. You know, and I'm not telling you guys just to go out there and stop robberies and all that, but you guys can set the standards in your schools. You can set the standards in your community of what you guys want and don't want. You guys can be heroes too. It doesn't mean that you're going to go out punching out robbers or like Chuck Norris, roundhouse kicking or anything like that. What it means is simply that you might go up to somebody who's contemplating suicide, and you can say, hey man, how you doing? You want to come out? You want to like go hang out? You could befriend somebody. Yeah! Are you guys ready? Yeah! How about you guys? Yeah! Awesome. So, when I watch that, it makes me think a lot about that it confronts us with choices. Each and every one of us have choices, for the good or for the worse, right? When I was about 17 years old, I was in a band called Epic Moment. You may say Epic Moment? That's sort of a weird name for a band. But the idea behind it was, there are times in our lives, there are moments and choices and decisions that we're faced with. And sometimes they're on like epic proportions. They're life-changing, they're life-altering. So today, I challenge you with an epic moment. And that moment is, will you pledge to make a difference? Will you pledge to step out? If you base who you are, and you base your choices on what other people expect out of you, or what you think that your friends will think is cool, you might end up with some harsh consequences. For instance, I'll share a story that happened to me. When I was in 3rd grade, we were out on the monkey bars, and some kids they were jumping from like this bar that was like pretty short, and there was this really tall bar, and it was like ginormous, and it was about 6 foot apart. So they were jumping from it, and it was pretty high up in the air. And so then pretty like, why don't you do it? I'm like, I don't want to. And like, are you chicken? I was like, no. And then I was like, I'm not gonna do it. And then guess what? They broke out the Bok Box. They're like, are you chicken? And I was like, great, they broke out the Bok Box. I gotta do it now. So I broke under the pressure. So I get up there and I jump the first time. I miss, I fall to the ground, I'm okay, everything's good. Next time I jump and I make it, I'm like, boom, I got this. So the 3rd time, I go up and I almost get it, but then I slip and I fall straight down on my arm. And guess what? I have 3 gigantic scars on my arm, and I have to deal with pain from it to this day. So my choice is to do what they thought would be cool. Guess who pays the consequence? I had to. And so what I'm saying is that you are faced with choices. You know, one of the doctors said, I almost thought he was going to lose his arm. So you know, when you think that your friends are saying that, hey man, you should do this, this would be so cool, or they think maybe going to a party or something like that would be cool, and that's what your friends expect of you. Think about who pays the consequence. Each and every one of us pays our own consequence, right? But guess what? We also pay the benefits of the choices that we make. If you take the time to step out to do something to better your school, or to go up to someone, hey man, how you doing? Or you're doing great in that, and encouraging someone, guess who pays the benefits? You guys get to, right? Each and every one of you get to pay the benefits from your choices that you step out for the better. So, who knows, you could be one of those people that befriends someone, and that saves somebody's life, keeps them from committing suicide. So, I want to challenge you today to pledge to make a difference. Whether it's small or big, it doesn't matter, as long as you take the chance to better yourself, to better your home, your school, and your community.
One of the things I saw on there that sort of stuck out to me, you know, when I think of Iron Man, I think it'd be really cool to be Iron Man. You know, you got the metal suit on, he can probably play like some rock and roll while he's taking out like some bad guys and all that stuff flying around, you know, doing all that cool stuff, and he can play the background music to go along with it. Have you ever felt like that would be so cool? Would be like, you know, when I'm going into class, I'm sitting down my test and it's like, you know, right? Have that background music, but you know what? Real life isn't like that, is it? No, it isn't. So, you know, when you see that bully or someone being mean to somebody, you're not going to hear "We'll Rock You" as you're walking up to them, will you? No, it's more like you just got to make that commitment in your heart going, you know, I see that's not right, and I'm going to say something about it. So, as you if you decide to make a pledge to make a difference, there's going to be times where you're going to come up to these grand moments that will be so awesome with background music in live, but there's not going to be any music. It's just going to be you and the situation.
If you have a light, let it shine until the whole world sees, the whole world sees. If you have a voice, sing it out until the whole world hears, the whole world hears. We're gonna love.
Awesome, you guys like it? Yeah, well, I'm just going to talk for a couple minutes before you guys head out. Really awesome. And that, I saw a lot of, it talks a lot about choice, it talks a lot about, it comes down to us. You know, whenever I look back at the different people in history who are memorable, I think of George Washington, Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin. All these different people come to mind. You know, even like some more recent, like Bill Gates and so on and so forth. You know, they didn't get to where they were just by sitting there and going, oh, hope I do okay. No, they took the effort. They stepped out. They moved forward. They pledged to make a difference, whether it was in their own life or if it was in the lives of others. For instance, you know, who does nobody remember? Nobody remembers the bullies that pushed around Bill Gates when he was a nerd in high school. Nobody remembers them. People remember Bill Gates, right? Because he stepped forward, he took the effort despite the people that made fun of him and pushed him around when he was in high school. He said, well, I'm just going to move forward, you know? I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm going to make choices for myself.